Hello, my name is Cassidy. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. It's a pleasure. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. So today I wanted to do the 10 tips for weight loss. So if you didn't know this, I am down 65 pounds now. So I have a previous video from 2 months ago on, my weight loss of when I hit 50 pounds, and now it's 65. That's crazy. I lost like a third of what previous Cassidy was. So this is wild. I'm very excited. I want to share some tips that I found worked for me and were quite logical and were not overly challenging to accomplish. So I really hope that helps. I also noticed that my previous video was getting pretty lengthy, so hopefully I'll condense this one a little bit so it will be a little easier to listen to, because to be honest, I hate listening to the sound of my voice too, so I couldn't even imagine it for you. I'm gonna put up a transformation picture so you guys can see what I looked like before and after. So I started losing my weight in around January and then just accelerated it from then. So I am training for an Ironman, but a lot of the tips that I'm going to give do not revolve around exercise. It's more, mental and how to get through that. So for kind of reference, for the transformation video, I went from around a size 11, 12 jean to a size 3 now, and then hopefully by September I'm going to try to see if I can fit into a 1, but we'll see. I went from a 36 double D bra to a 34B. What else? I went from a size large to a small. Like, just, yeah, whole new human, and it feels incredible, mostly because I am getting times for training that I've never hit before in my life. I feel lighter, I feel stronger. At no point in my weight loss did I choose to lose weight for aesthetics at all. I am a firm believer that weight does not matter. It does not matter. I lost my weight so that I could perform in my Ironman, in my sport, more efficiently and more effectively. I did not lose my weight because I thought that, skinnier is prettier. Like, that is not true. So if you're coming here to lose weight because you think it will make you look better, girl or guy or whatever you refer to yourself as, you are beautiful. Please do not do it, okay? Do it for the right reason. All right, let's get this show on the road. So, 10 tips. Hopefully this won't get too long. I may start to talk fast, so sorry. Okay, so I have like a little notepad here. That's why I'm looking, and I'm also blind. So if you see me squinting, that's why. So the first one is intermittent fasting. So this is a big one. I know a lot of people that have lost weight recommend this. I personally love it. The first 2 weeks, being completely honest with you, suck because you're hungry all the time. But I'm hungry all the time anyways. But anyways, so with intermittent fasting, I didn't have a super strict window that I would only eat in, but I kind of got into a flow of one, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't have one written down, but I just at a certain point I was like, no, it's probably not a good idea to eat at this time. So I always skipped breakfast. Almost always. Most of the time. And that really got me into the groove. So what I would do is I would wake up in the morning, and again, I'm not recommending this to a lot of people because I am crazy. So I'd wake up at usually 3, 4 a.m. I'd get in a cardio session. I'd go do weights at 6 a.m. And then I would go to class for 8. So realistically, I didn't have a choice to not eat breakfast. But anyways, I guess I could have packed something, but who's going to do that? So I skipped breakfast. I would have a protein shake, but that doesn't really count, I guess. And then lunch is when I would start my first meal, and then I would usually have breakfast at around like 5 or 6, and then that'd be it. So I would have 2 meals, and then I'm gonna get more into how I portion them. So that was number 1. Number 2 is to allow a cheat day. So a lot of people I know, when they want to start losing weight, they just go and eat healthy, and then that's it. Like they go and they don't give themselves any leeway. They just go, and then after 2 weeks they're like, yeah, I couldn't do it anymore, like my cravings gave in. Okay, you are only human, okay? You can only do so much. You need to allow yourself 1 day a week to go out. I'm not saying to literally do like a freaking 30,000 calorie challenge every single week. No. I'm saying, okay, think of like maybe one thing that you were craving all week. For me, it's usually Reese's peanut butter cups, like the mini ones, but I get like the jumbo bag and will literally just give me 5 minutes and the bag is done. So that kind of stuff, or like puffy Cheetos. Another one. Guilty pleasure. So like stuff like that, and just, give yourself 1 day guilt free and then get back on track. I also know people that, I'm gonna get into this with a couple, I think it's like 4 points down, but anyways, do not cheat on your normal days. Okay, so I know a couple people that will be craving, a specific type of cheat day food and actually count it into their calories for their normal days. Now, what that does is it gives you a taste of that cheat day food, which will actually increase your cravings, because I don't know if it's just me, but if you have a small piece of food when, you're kind of hungry, but not really, you have a small piece of food, you're immediately more hungry. And that works the same way. So your cravings will skyrocket. This will make things so much worse rather than just waiting for that cheat day. It also takes away from precious calories that you could have filled with a whole handful of veggies rather than a piece of cheat day food that's big. So that is definitely a big one. The next one, numero 3, is to create an eating schedule. So I had mine literally planned out for me just because of the way that school landed. I only had a certain amount of time to eat. But it's easier on the brain if you have a set time that you can eat, so that when you're hungry, you're like, okay, is it time to eat or should I just use water? Okay? So at least for me, I found that this worked really well, because if at any point I started to get hungry, I would just start, nibbling, and then before I knew it, my calories would be gone, and then I'd be sad, and it would just not work out well. So I definitely think that creating an eating schedule where you can eat will help, and it will also set a foundation and get your body more into routine. Like literally now, I do not get hungry until my scheduled times. I'm not even kidding you. It's crazy. I love it. It's fantastic. This is wild. Okay, number 3. So number 4, this one is a given. Increase water, people, okay? Water is so important, and this is coming from someone, I hate water. I do not like it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. And so I will like spritz it with lemon, I'll spritz it with fruit, I'll put like all this stuff in so that I don't actually have to taste the taste of water, because I have no words. But so increasing the water obviously gets your organs moving. It gets basically everything, moving throughout your body so that nothing's like staying in your gut. Helps with excretion. Love that. And it also fills you up. So like I said, when you're starting to feel a little snackish, if it's not at your scheduled time, drink up some water. And I'm not saying to drink like 10 liters a day. Like, be realistic, okay? I usually aim for around 2 to 3 liters. That's a very, very comfortable whatever. And that's not like drinking, at 2 points in a day, drink a liter. Like, no. Sip along throughout the entire day. Helps fill you up, and you get more used to it, and you get better skin, and you're just overall better because water is good for you, even though it tastes like ass. Okay, carry on. So, number 5 is to count calories. A lot of people I know hate this because it is extremely tedious. But what I did to get around that is the first probably 2 months, I stuck to natural foods. I know. Expensive. But it's easier to count. So instead of getting stuff that was, pre-made or has, a crap load of ingredients already in it, I would make all of my own stuff. And so it was super simple. I literally lived off of stir fry for like 3 months and I was thriving. So you have to take a couple of risks like that, like eating super simple food, just to get your body into the routine of it, and then counting calories because like it becomes second nature because you kind of look at something and you can ballpark it just because you already know, and then it's just, yeah, it gets so much smoother. Okay, the next one, number 6, smaller meals more frequently. So I have tried everything. I've tried, having 1 meal a day. I've tried intermittent fasting where I would have 2 meals a day. I've had where I would only have I'd have 6 small ones in a day. And I found that, keeping a lunch and dinner, so 2 meals, but also having, little snacks. Again, in those set times, but instead of having 2 big portion, have little snacks so that you don't get extremely snackish. Does this make sense? I really hope that makes sense. So have it planned out to have little healthy snacks spread out throughout the day in your intermittent period, and then just nibble on those, and then when it's not in your scheduled time, drink water. I really hope that makes sense. Okay, otherwise, oh well. Number 7, keep busy, people, okay? If you're sitting on your bed thinking about how hungry you are, you're gonna start boredom eating, and that is not good, okay? Go out, go for a walk, exercise, do something, read a book, study, I don't really know, but get away from the food, okay? Because I know that when I sit down, I think about how close my fridge is and how great it would be if, I paid a visit. But it's not worth it, and it's just so much easier on the head while you're still trying to get into a routine to just keep busy and stay away from potential threats. Okay, there we go, Cassidy. Number 8. Okay, I am an endurance athlete. I am training for an Ironman, so I love my cardio, and I swear by my cardio. So I will recommend, and I recommend this to everyone who asks me based off of, exercise and, oh, what do you think I should be doing? I'm not really sure. Cardio 3 times a week. You got it, okay? Think about it. Sounds like a lot, but that's 4 days off. Do every other day, and then you get an extra little day in there. Sorry, I have an itch. But it totally helps. It gets your body moving. You get to burn calories. And who knows, you may end up falling in love with it like I did, and you may end up improving and finding another goal in there. But I definitely recommend cardio over weights if you're trying to actually lose weight. Cardio burns so much faster than weights. I will fight anyone on that. Okay, number 9. This is coming from personal experience. Do not weigh yourself every single day, okay? Bodies fluctuate huge, especially if you eat later in the evening. You will be heavy in the morning. It's guaranteed because, you put all of that food in, you haven't excreted. It's just literally all that food just sitting inside you, and you're basically weighing yourself with whatever you ate last night, okay? That's not ideal. I weigh myself once a week. I think that's reasonable. Even once every 2 weeks, that would be fantastic. And the number would most likely be more drastic, so it would make you feel a little bit better. But do not weigh yourself every single day, okay? Perspective-wise, I can literally fluctuate from, staying the same to gaining 10 pounds in 1 day. I'm not even kidding you. My body sucks on to water weight like nobody's business. But that is so not good for the brain, because as soon as, at least for me, when I see that, that makes me think that I'm failing and that it's not working out, and then I get sad and it's just not a good time. So yeah, definitely weigh yourself once a week, no more. Okay, numero 10, last one. Okay, positive reinforcement. This is a big one. So I am definitely not a ray of sunshine. I was going to say that, but I was like, guys, be realistic. Nobody likes a liar. I am an optimist. I love looking on the bright side. This is the new reinvented Cassidy. Okay, we had a couple rough spots, but we're thriving now. Always look on the the brighter side. And I know that that sounds very overrated and very easy to say rather than to do, but it's true, especially with weight loss. You need to be in a good mindset in order for this to work effectively, okay? So take the little wins, especially with something like this. Like, I'm down 65 pounds in just over 7 months, okay? It's not like you can just snap your fingers and you're down. Like, 7 months, that's a long time to be in a deficit. So you need positive reinforcement to keep doing this. Literally, I write down almost every single night, like, okay, I'm so proud that I was able to do this. Like, way to go, Cassidy, keep going. Or like, I'll have little reminders in my phone just to remind me of like certain trigger times where I may be getting hungry, but I told myself I shouldn't eat then. I'd say, okay, you're doing fantastic. Keep going. You're doing great. All of that stuff. Okay, you need to keep in a good mindset and treat yourselves right, okay? Give yourselves that positivity you deserve. Okay, I think that is all it. I'm going to tag my Instagram down below if you want to send me a message. Follow me there, like and subscribe for more. I really hope this was helpful. I'm sorry I'm so loud. I'm Newfie. I don't know what to tell you. It's in my blood. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantabulous day, and I'll see you in my next video.